Hi guys, it's Dan here with your weekly update on Wednesday, the 11th of May. Just looking here at some of the stock indexes, they're continuing down. We're still red on the chart. We tried to rally in the DAX today, and it's just sold off. You see this very long wick here, pushed up into resistance. We had a really nice kind of free money entry at these moving averages on the daily. And the market has just sold off again, heavy selling in stocks, and looks like it's going to continue. There's a lot of pain on Wall Street at the moment. A lot of people, a lot of these bulls losing their faith in the never-ending bull rally, especially in these tech stocks. Oh my God. Let me just cancel that. Yeah, looking at these, just delete that. More downside in the NASDAQ. I mean, what a beautiful entry this was on the NASDAQ. Look how the market just popped straight up. Let's just zoom in. Pop straight up, hit this 8-period moving average for another free money entry. And, it's come off today by over 500 pips, and we're still going down. There is some hurt in Wall Street. It is struggling to get anything going to the long side. So we remain short. The Dow Jones, exactly the same entry. These free money entries happened today, just before the US Open. And, they've been amazing to play. We've played them a few days in a row, this free money where basically the price gets back up to the 8-period moving average. And we just red on the PTS, and it's just more selling. Where next? I just can't see anything other than more downside. We look on the Dow here. We look to the weekly. I mean, we've been talking about this previous high, the pandemic high. That is the first real support down at this kind of 30,000 zone. And so we remain short in stocks. Been epic so far to the downside. Recessionary, inflation, it's all happening at the moment. Another place that I'm interested in is some of the dollars. If we look at the dollar index, I think I spoke about this last time, just a bit of an update on that. Starting to see the dollar pairs move. We've had this, big, it's actually a triple kind of top here. In the dollar index, 1, 2, 3. We're expecting a bit of a push down in the dollar. We had CPI numbers out, it's a consumer price index today, and it shot the dollar up a little bit, but it kind of, the rally sort of failed really. And, we don't trade the dollar index particularly, but we do look at some of the dollar related pairs, and the one I've been trading today and it is really of interest. Nothing yet on the PTS, telling us longer term to get too short, but we have got these, a trend predictor indicator telling us to sell these candles here. And if we look at this, we just pan out, and we're incredibly extended here on the daily, and we are losing, we're losing momentum here on the story teller. We know that that's kind of reversal territory. If we just go to the weekly, maybe we get back down to the 8-period, maybe overshoot it because of this separation in the moving averages. It's so overbought that we're looking for sort of sell side, and we started to get some intraday kind of sell signals. Red candles. This was this spike on this CPI number, and it just failed. And we've pushed down and continued down. So be looking for the next few days with more downside there in the dollar related pairs. We've got euro dollar, which is trying to get something going, and then it does, and then it's very sort of choppy, nothing quite brewing yet, but we could get a decent size reversal at some stage. There's not a lot on the charts telling us to sort of buy this yet, so we're just waiting for something green. What we've got is maybe a bit of might have as a bit of dollar weakness, and we might see a bit of euro strength back at, down at these real lows, the support here. we could see a bounce. So that's the euro. The other euro currency pair that I've been trading and has played really nicely is the euro Canadian dollar. It's been trading really nice. The premise of this is it's been on a real tear to the downside, and we're now kind of at this previous low, the levels here. We're just getting a bit of an intraday kind of bounce, and really it's all about this 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and then we've got a green PTS buy. If we've just put the PTS system on here, let's just find it. I can just configure it and put the entry there for you guys. You can see we've got this blue buy, entry was down here, and we're just, into our sort of first, second targets, trying to get something going. If we release and push above this kind of 13,750, 13,800 zone, I think we could push even higher, because when we get a, we've got targets up to 14,084 on the PTS here, could play really nicely. And so, with a big 5 wave kind of divergence, the market, the market's coming down here and the momentum's pushing up, tend to get big, decent size reversals. And so I'm looking for, potential 13,083. That is this previous low here. Roughly around there where you can see the arrow. So just watching that in a trade, trying to sort of, see if it will push even further. So that's the EURCAD. And then we just have a little look at gold here. So I had a trade in gold today, had a short trade in gold today. It was quite nice. So it was sort of more of an intraday trade, but we are red on gold, okay, but we're at a sort of support level here, and so we filled this kind of gap. You see this gap here, we filled the gap now, having a little bit of a rally, but rallies are opportunities to short. I had, it's a little technical for you guys, but we had a bit of a kind of triangle formation from these highs here, and you can see I put that there and probably there, something like that. The price bust out of this triangle, it gapped up out of this triangle, it rallied, and then it's just failed. I've realized I'm just looking at the gold futures. Let's just find gold, proper gold, where are you? That's why the chart looks slightly different. Spot on gold, there we go. I knew I already had this, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So I was looking at the futures market there. So yeah, here's that symmetrical triangle on the weekly. We busted out, we've hit a big double top and we've reversed. Now we've turned red on the daily. If we push down lower through where this symmetrical triangle was, this is a very bearish signal, and we could really push, get a real lick down. We have a PTS, just sell, keeping it simple. Follow the PTS when it comes to gold. It works a treat. We've got targets down here to 1744 and even lower. Let's see. That's progressing quite nicely. So nice short today in gold. And we'll see if we get some more downside. So another sort of trade that I'm interested in still is the Aussie New Zealand, still progressing up, a little bit slower. It has been a little bit slower in the last couple of days, but it's still green. We've had this breakout of this big sort of trend line, monthly trend line. So I'm still looking for longs, keeping it simple. Green buys, certainly up to about 11,265 here to this 200 period moving average on the monthly. It's working, working really nicely. Quick look at crude oil. What a chop and bounce around this thing has had. It's just all over the place, should we say. There's a bit of a symmetrical triangle here. We've been white to green, and we never just, we've reversed, and we've reversed today. All I know is we've got a very flat storyteller on the daily, which basically means a big move is coming, a big momentum move is coming. The next momentum trigger could give us a big move, and I'm remaining flexible. Is that move down, like we've got red here, or is it up? And then we go to these, making these double top highs again. It really is one to maybe day trade if you're so inclined, because there's some nice moves happening. But generally, as swing trades, I would be sort of standing aside, waiting for some clear signals. So that's it really for this update. I hope that's useful, and I will speak to you next week.